Hi, everybody, and welcome to the 2023 annual meeting of the members. My name is Ashley Story, and I am the Health Education Coordinator and the Go Knapsack Program Manager with the Arkansas Coalition for Obesity Prevention. My part of this program is called Healthy Living in Arkansas Go Knapsack, and I just wanted to thank you all again for supporting us over this last year as we continue all of our hard work across Arkansas. Here is a picture of my beautiful family, plus my aunt and my cousin. We went to Zipline USA this past year and had a wonderful time. So I just wanted to share. I had trouble finding a full picture of all of us because we're always so busy doing some fun stuff, but I did have this one, and I thought it was a wonderful one to share. And here's just a little bit about me. I started with ArCOP in 2018 as the health education coordinator, and my passion for health and wellness really started with my own personal health journey, where I was able to lose over 100 pounds. And in that process, I also became a certified personal trainer and a nutrition coach. And my passion just grew to making nutrition and wellness something simple and fun for everybody. I married my best friend. We've been together for 11 years, and we have 3 beautiful children. As you can see from that picture, we have our 9-year-old, our 7-year-old, and our 16-month-old child. And we love to play board games, really games of any kind, board games, outside games. We all like to make some wonderful dad jokes, and we love making lasting memories. But that's not why you came here, right? You want to hear about all of the wonderful work that we have been able to accomplish over the last year. And so I want to start with our healthy living section on our website. In this area, you will find a multitude of resources that are free for you to use however you see fit. You can download them and hand them out to families or hand them out to people at farmers markets. You can use them in grocery stores. There are videos that you can explore. Here is a picture of our ArCOP recipes page, and here we have just found some wonderful recipes using fresh fruits and vegetables, and we wanted to share those with you guys and show how simple it is to eat healthy and enjoy it. Here are a couple of recipe flyers and nutrition education flyers that one of our volunteers did for us. Her name was Alyssa, and she was with us last year, but she gave us these to us this year, and so we added them to our resource library. You can see cabbage here, eat some more cabbage, and then it talks about all the wonderful benefits, and then it also gives you a recipe for sauteed cabbage. And that's kind of what we've tried to do there, is we've tried to pull fresh fruits and vegetables that are in season at the time and find a wonderful recipe that you can use at home with your families, and then also give some of the nutritional benefits of eating that fruit or vegetable. Here's another one that she did with kale. She came up with a recipe or found a recipe for kale and cranberry green salad, and then talks about all the wonderful benefits of food. And our hope is with these pretty, flyers that have been built that are visually appealing, that just makes everything simple and in one place, where our hope is that you can hand these out to people, again, at your markets, at your stores, at your schools, and just give them another resource and idea to eat healthy at home. Here are a couple of our nutrition education flyers that we put out this year. We talked about nutrient timing whenever you are exercising and doing some strength training workouts. So what to eat and when to eat and why it's important, all of the benefits of the different macronutrients, the proteins, the carbs, and the fats, and exactly what they do to serve your body. And then we also have this Keep It Simple flyer here. A lot of us are just grasping at straws when it comes to nutrition. We don't really know where to start. And I wanted to let you all know that My Plate has a wonderful resource. It's called the My Plate Plan. And you go in there and you enter some information about yourself, and they give you a plan of how many calories you should be eating based off of your goals. And what you do there is you just slowly get yourself to that goal a little at a time. And as you're coming up with your plan, you can remember that on the go, you can just use your hand as a portioning tool. We don't have to walk around with measuring cups necessarily. So it'll help you keep yourself accountable by not saying, I don't have the tools to reach my goals. Your hand can be your tool. So I just thought that was a fun one to implement and to think about. We also put out a couple of nutrition education videos. We asked everybody what they wanted this year, and it was some simple, quick videos that talked about nutritional swaps that you could do. And so one of my favorites, of course, is Greek yogurt. I'm sure y'all heard me talk about Greek yogurt many times before, but it is one of my favorites. And there's so many different things that you can swap Greek yogurt out with so that you can, lower your calories consumed and lower your fats if that falls in line with your goals. And a lot of us, that is our goal, right? We want to be as healthy as possible. And so you can consider Greek yogurt and watch that video on our website. We also put out cooking oils, the healthy food swaps cooking oils video, and healthy food swaps condiments video. So the oils one talks about all the different types of fats, and then it talks about all the different types of cooking oils out there. It gives you a great comparison of the different types of oils and talks about smoke points and which ones you should use for what your goals are. And so that's another one to consider watching and sharing with your folks. And then we have the condiments one. It was summertime and I was thinking we're out barbecuing, right? And we have all these great condiments to put on our grill foods. So which ones are going to help us stay healthy and reach our goals? And so it talks about some things to consider and nutrition facts and comparisons in that as well. We were able to put out some movement videos this year and movement flyers. So we have a lot of people are sitting at desks working at computers these days. It's just the world that we live in. And I know that I personally work at my computer a lot and I'm hunched over my computer. And so it's important to take a couple of minutes throughout your day to pause and breathe and stretch. And so we came up with 3 different stretches that you can do. You can see the video pictures on the left, and we'll do a little sneak peek of one of the videos here in just a second. But you also see on the right, you just have those flyers if you don't want to sit there and watch the video. So maybe you learn how to do the movements and then just look at the flyer on your own. But just throw these in there throughout your work week, maybe a Monday, Wednesday, Friday type thing. Maybe you want to do one every day and just take 5 minutes, but just really work those neck muscles out and those upper body muscles out so that we're not hunched over and in pain. And then the parking lot circuits. Maybe a couple of you are a little more ambitious and you sit at a computer all day long and you really want to find a way to get your movement in. And so I was thinking an hour lunch break is the perfect opportunity. You can eat a little bit and then give yourself a second and go out into that parking lot and do your parking lot circuits. Okay, so look for cars, right? Make sure nobody is actually going to be driving through the parking lot. Maybe find yourself a back corner. But all of this can be done with your body weight. And as always, check with your healthcare provider before starting something new, because we want to make sure that our bodies are ready for this. But work up to this, throw one in there and see how it feels. And maybe the next week, throw 2 in there. Maybe the next week, throw 3 in there. Get some friends to do it with you. My hope is that we are just creating a culture of movement while we're in the office and just throughout our everyday life. Here is that little sneak peek that I promised you. Yeah, here we go. So you are going to bring your chin to your chest, feel a stretch up the back of the neck, and then back to neutral. And we're going to do that 5 times. 2, bring your chin to your chest, back to neutral. 3, chin to chest. My name is Ashley Story. Okay, so as you can see there, they're not going to be hard, not going to be super challenging. It is something that you can just fit into your everyday life and just take a pause and a breather at your chair. And all of those stretches were done sitting in my desk chair in my home office, so they can be done. All right, here's a couple more flyers that I hope that you will find beneficial, but maybe you also want to share it with other people and see if they find it beneficial. I work with a lot of people that don't necessarily have access to workout equipment, right? We want to get healthy and we don't really know how to do it and we don't have access to the tools to do it. So you can get creative with your workout equipment. You can use milk jugs, you can use water jugs, you can use chairs and couches. You can use a child's backpack, okay? You can load it down with maybe a couple of books or something or some canned goods, and you can do some workouts with that. You can also throw some paper plates or rags or towels in there for any kind of sliding movements. So just get creative with it, right? Use your canned goods, use your milk jugs, your water jugs. And the wonderful thing about water jugs, if it's too heavy to do a movement, all you have to do is dump a little bit of water out of each jug so that you can do the movement, right? That's how we can grow and adjust. So I thought that was super fun. Again, my passion is making health and movement and nutrition super simple and fun for everybody. And then we have the cardio recommendations. So we have our recommendations given to us: 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity activity or 75 minutes per week of vigorous. But what does that even mean? So we break it down into how to do the talk test and what that means. We also put out another activity calendar this year for the summer month. So you can consider doing this anytime, really, but we broke it down into overall holistic wellness, right? So we have a Sunday Fun Day, Movement Monday, Try It Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Thoughtful Thursday, Fact or Fiction Friday, and Self-Care Saturday. And so we have some links to recipes on our website from this activity calendar. We have some links to some wonderful resources from Go Knapsack in this calendar. And then we have some thoughtful things that you can do with your family, you know, pack somebody else's lunch and go through your pantry and pull out all of the foods that are not going to benefit your family's goals. And then we have, like I said, the Fact or Fiction game brings movement and learning together. So if it's a fact, you have to do jumping jacks, and if it's fiction, you have to do mountain climbers. And so you just read out those questions and then you do the movement with it. And so there's several different categories that it's broken apart into. And here are a couple of those resources that I mentioned from the Go Knapsack website. And we're going to talk more about Go Knapsack in just a minute, but Go Knapsack is packed full of resources that childcare programs can use. And I found a couple of them that I thought would be great to do with families as well, and threw those into the activity calendar. And so you can take a sneak peek at those right there. So what is Go Knapsack? Let's talk a little bit more about that. Hopefully you have been with us over the last couple of years, so you have a little idea of what I am referring to. But Go Knapsack was part of a 3-year project that we did in okay, cut from there, and then we're going to splice it and start right here. And here is the Arkansas Go Knapsack. So you've heard me mention that a couple of times now, but what is that? Well, Go Knapsack was a part of a 3-year project that we did in collaboration with Curricula Concepts, and that project was the Better Together project. And so the goal, there was 3 different goals of this Better Together project. There was the Learning Collaborative section, the statewide Go Knapsack section, and then the state level systems change section. And so you can see here, this is a very brief overview of many hours of hard work over the last 3 years, but these are the outcomes from the project. And so in the Learning Collaboratives section, that is one part that we finished up this year. We were taking programs through in-depth trainings, working hands-on with them through technical assistance meetings where we were setting goals and building action plans and providing resources and tools to meet those goals. And then we were giving them the training hours that they needed, and then they would go back in and take another assessment to see how much they had improved after our time together. And so you can see that down here, these colored bars, it's broken apart into the best, or the content areas that were covered in the learning collaboratives. We have physical activity, child nutrition, breastfeeding and infant feeding, and screen time. And so you can see their first assessment scores compared to their second assessment scores, the best practices achieved. They really improved and excelled and exceeded our expectations. And then we were able to serve over 5,895 children through all of these programs that we worked with in the learning collaboratives. 295 ECE professionals were trained, and we know that with each professional trained, that is a trickle-down effect into the children in their care. And so that is just wonderful. The learning collaboratives were a joy to be a part of, and I get to share a couple of storyboard slides with you in just a minute to share a little bit more about those. But now let's take a second to look at Go Knapsack, because this was the second part of the Better Together project. Our goal over the 3 years was to connect 150 programs through statewide Go Knapsack. And this was really where I took the lead here. So I was the one trying to connect most of our people with Go Knapsack. We did have a lot of other help from outside sources as well. And so I'm very thankful for all of that. But we were able to connect 154 programs and help them register their accounts and get started in Go Knapsack. Our hope, of course, was that they would work all the way through the improvement process. And so we really did work hard through phone calls and TA appointments to try to help them achieve those goals. And then since that went over so well, and as a part of our third goal, we do get to continue Go Knapsack across Arkansas. And so that is very exciting. I'll share some more about that as well. But that number 3 part of the goal, the state level systems change. The goal was to design and implement new statewide initiatives to improve ECE programs in our state. And so we wanted to put Go Knapsack into the QRIS system. So we wanted to draft rules. We drafted rules integrating Go Knapsack into levels 2 through 6. And that is now officially official. That is in the Better Beginnings levels. And so we have just started our work in that area as well, where we are connecting with programs that are trying to meet their Better Beginnings requirements and helping them through that process with Go Knapsack as the tool that they're using. So that is just wonderful. And then we were also able to put together a statewide mapping and gap analysis of professional development and TA across Arkansas. And so there has been a website that is going to go live and a wonderful pamphlet that's been put together just to connect all of those professional development opportunities that we do have available. And then as another little side part of that third goal, we also developed a recognition program to continue to recognize the programs that continually put in work in their Go Knapsack account. We know it's one thing to meet your requirements, but it's another thing to go above and beyond and continually work in your account to continually improve. And so we really just wanted to celebrate those that did that and provide some sort of incentive to keep on going. And so that was another part of that third goal that was fleshed out over the last year. Here are some of those storyboards that we talked about. So Lovely Sunshine Learning Center was a program that I got to work personally with. And we talk a lot about with the physical activity that adult-led physical activity is very important. Children really look up to the adults and they learn from the adults, and to see adults moving and having fun really encourages them to move their bodies and have fun. So you see here that Lovely Sunshine has incorporated a ton of adult-led physical activity, as well as some yoga moves and some kickballs outside. And so we're so proud of their program. They put in so much work in so many other areas, but we don't even have time to cover it all today. Hot Springs was able to share with their families handouts from Go Knapsack, so they were able to bring in that family engagement piece. There's, like I said, a ton of resources that are available to programs through Go Knapsack, and so they were able to take those programs, give them to families, and teach them about what we are teaching them. They were also able to incorporate outdoor activities for their families to participate in through their newsletter, and they were introducing new songs that involved adult-led movements. And it's so exciting when you see those adult-led movements, because we know that the adults are getting healthier right at the same time. It's a win-win. Little Einsteins focused on nutrition, and we talk about the benefits of the family style dining and sitting with the children through a meal, and how they learn through that conversation and eating the meal together, and they learn from seeing you eat new foods and try new things. And so you can see Little Einsteins here is implementing that. We are so proud of all of the hard work they did. DeWitt Daycare said that they used Go Knapsack to set their goals and make their plans. They were able to use the handouts to share with their families and trainings for their staff, because there are over 35 hours of trainings that are available to our programs, and they have to get continuing education credits every year. The information available on the website is endless. Here's a little video clip. Here's a little video clip that is going to show you a little bit about Go Knapsack in action and all of the hands-on TA that we're able to give programs, and just how they really do find it as a beneficial tool. NAPSAC stands for Nutrition and Physical Activity Self-Assessment for Childcare. Our hope is that they'll take advantage of this free tool. Built within the tool, there are hundreds of free resources that they can use within their program. They can use it with their parents as family engagement handouts. There's lesson plans. There's also over 35 hours of trainings every year that are required to get so many hours of continuing education credits. And so built within the tool, there are trainings that they can have access to. And then also our hope is that they will take this tool and they will utilize it for its original intended purpose, which is improving best practices. The tool is meant to help you precisely and quickly identify where you can make changes, and it also makes it so simple. It'll show you, here's the best practice, here's where you are, and then this is all you have to do to meet that best practice. So it makes it very simple for the provider.
You want some in yours? My name is Gwen Sullivan, and I have Family First Child Care. As a parent myself, I know that when you pick the kids up, and it's hard to provide the healthy meals every afternoon when you're going to ball practice and stuff. So what we can provide for them here, I think is so important.
The provider has such a huge role in the child's life. I mean, they're teaching them healthy habits. They're teaching them how to play and how to be physically active. They're providing their meals. Sometimes it's breakfast, lunch, and a snack.
We do get a lot of opportunities for trainings, whether it come in the mail and a flyer or through an email, but this one was different because of the TA. Because Miss Ashley was such a big help and encourager. And being able to sit down and see how the program works, it took just 30 minutes out of my day for her to come and sit.
Imagine spending about an hour a month on this. Okay, so an hour a month is a good rule of thumb. Like, you're gonna go in there, and month one, we're just expecting you to get oriented and to take a self-assessment. So just learn the website and take one self-assessment, and a self-assessment can take anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes depending on if you're able to devote all that time to it right then and there. And so then the next month we would come in and we would identify those goals, and then maybe we build those action plans together. And again, that's gonna take maybe an hour. And then from month 3 on, you're just making those changes. So it could be something as simple as allowing water to be freely accessible to children. And so you put a water jug out and you put some cups out next to it, and the children have the freedom to walk over and get water.
You will benefit from this program. Get on there and look and see if it's for you. This one is so individualized that you can't fail.
So if you want to get signed up and you want to get started, all you have to do is reach out to me. I will send you a personalized link from Go Knapsack with your personal code so that you can set up your account, and all you do is click the link in your email and set up your account. It's that simple. Our hope is that this tool is giving them everything that they need to be the best program that they can be, and that we are ultimately fighting obesity starting here. All right, so as you can see, Go Knapsack is wonderful. We are so excited that we get to continue using Go Knapsack with programs now in the future, because it is a part of Better Beginnings. And so it continues on. And what it looks like now is we are connecting over 1,200 programs over the next 3 years to Go Knapsack. We are going to provide them initial trainings on this tool. We are offering technical assistance to get them familiar with their account, or if they need help with identifying goals and building action plans, we offer that. They can also have the option to attend a once a month open TA time where it's kind of a drop-in session. You come, we look at your account together or as a group, I make suggestions, and then you can go on about doing that on your own. We will also identify local and state resources to help them as they reach their goals as we continue to build our TA network. We do have Farm to ECE on our team and some people to help support breastfeeding and infant feeding. And so we're just continuing to grow that TA network so that we can continue to provide support and resources. As mentioned before, we fleshed out the Growing Healthy Children Recognition Program to continue to support programs that make new progress in their account every year. And so any progress made from January 1 to December 31st counts towards this recognition program each calendar year. And then the programs that took part in the learning collaboratives, they were eligible to apply with any new progress after the learning collaborative ended June 30th. So June 1 through the end of the year, that would have been counted towards this recognition program. And we are able to offer some wonderful incentive packages alongside that. So here are a couple of examples. We want to pick items that will help to support the goals of the program. So items that will support moving more and support learning about nutrition and learning about oral health, all of the content areas in Go Knapsack. And here is what is in store for 2023. As I mentioned, we are going to continue to connect programs to Go Knapsack and continue to show them how to use the tool that is available to them and help them make their goals and work through those, work to accomplish those. We'll also make sure that they're meeting their Better Beginnings requirements in that area. And then we will continue to offer the Growing Healthy Children Recognition Program and support throughout the year. Just a gentle reminder of where you are and what it would take to reach that next recognition status if it interested them. And then we want to continue to be a resource for health and nutrition education. So, farmers markets, grocery stores, childcare facilities, work sites, we still offer our plethora of resources on our website, and we're going to still continue to add to that a little at a time. But you can use these, download these, share our videos, point people to our Facebook page so that they have access to health and nutrition education that is fun and simple for them. I thank you all for coming again to our annual meeting of the members. Here is my contact information, ashley.story@arkansasobesity.org, ashleigh.story@arkansasobesity.org. And I look forward to continuing my work over the next year with you guys.